just so I'm being clear, that's sarcasm. But go ahead.
Oh, because I was about to say, let's confirm that before this get clipped up. You coming on here every day and you're talking about Shanice. Sean, it's very obvious that you are obsessed. Like, you can't let this situation go. You come up here every single, like, these last 3 lives, it's been about Shanice. It's like, you got mad when a girl was like, oh, let's stop talking about her. You was like, no, let's keep it going. Because you want to keep talking about her. You enjoy talking about Shanice. You're in love with Shanice. You know you fumbled the bag and she's not there anymore and you want her. It's okay. If you're on this little honest wave, this wave of, oh, I'm going to be a better me. I'm going to be honest with the people.
I'll be honest with the people. Most people, and this is kind of lengthy, so let me land my plane. Most people are not even lucky enough to experience meeting a soulmate. Not only did I get a soulmate, but I messed it up royally. Who wanted, like, be in a crazy spot?
So you have one soul.
Hold on. Wait. Who wouldn't be in a crazy spot?
Because I can get my king game and I'll tell y'all, wait, y'all cut me off.
Anybody out there that's lost a soulmate knows exactly what I'm talking to. It's one of the most traumatizing things that you can go through. Now, I'm not here to play victim because I created that situation all on my own. And that, for me, made it even tougher, right? And I feel like you guys are actually seeing authentically processing, accepting responsibility, and you guys are seeing ego be stripped away right before your very eyes. It's easy to blame somebody else for your failures, which is the bullshit that I tried to pull the other 2 days. But as a man, I got to stand on my fuck ups. I fucked up. And that's just me telling, like, the truth.
I got you, Sean. I don't want to hear about your trauma right now. I'm so sorry. But is Olive your soulmate too?
She said it best, with twin flames.
So you have a twin flame and a soulmate. Can you explain to me how they differ? Like, why do you think you can have both a twin flame and a soulmate and that not be one individual?
That's a great question. Soulmates, what is your definition of a soulmate? Because my definition of a soulmate...
Sean, I'm not asking you. You're not asking me.
I'm trying to get some reality here, and I'm trying to, like, answer your question, and the question needs context. So you're either going to let me do that, or we can just go to another one. You pick.
I'm letting you, King. I'm being very respectful because I could really eat this up, but I'm being calm.
I'm gonna keep that comment to myself. But with that being said,
okay.
Soulmates come in many different forms. You can have multiple soulmates. Some people have friends that are soulmates. Some people have relatives that are soulmates, and you can have multiple soulmates. If you disagree, I advise you do some research on it and see for yourself.
Okay. So why do you think a person can have, you know what? I don't even care because I know this is a bunch of BS. I'm not going to get into it. So let's get into, you again, Sean, before we get into Olivia. So I've done like a lot of comparable research and like I've researched like what you do and stuff like that. And like, I don't want to sit here and like go on an exposed tangent. You guys can hit me for information, but can you explain to the people and for me?
You up for more information. Don't flatter yourself.
Oh, that's okay, Sean. Before you, I would not say that.
I remind you that your leash is like super short. So let's just, instead of getting caught up in like the banter, which
what do you mean leash? What do you mean by that? What are you trying to infer?
Just ask your question.
Yeah, I'm getting into it. Explain to us the mechanisms and the procedures of your business. Like, people want to know exactly what you do and what services you offer.
Yeah, a mechanism is how a transformation is delivered. At least that's how I'm interpreting the question. So I give people the skills, tools, mindset, and resources that they need to become a 7-figure entrepreneur in 12 months or less. And I do that by coaching, custom consulting, custom coaching. Does that make sense?
Okay. Sean, let's keep it a buck. Because listen, I understand consulting. I work in consulting, but like on the tech side, and I understand consulting. I truly, truly do. But my question for you is exactly what do you do?
So the very first person, if they're making less than $1 million, the number one thing I would say is if they have their own business, the reason why they're probably not making $1 million is because they don't have product market fit. Which is a combination of 4 of the 5 variables: a niche, a transformation, a price, and a mechanism. If they kind of do have some type of mechanism, then I help them with market validation, which is comprised of the first three. So niche, transformation, and price. When you have those, you have the market validation, you have the mechanism at validation, and you have the access channel validated, you can be very efficient with your business, and thus you can be profitable. That's if somebody's a business owner. If somebody, hold on, you asked me a question, let me finish. If somebody is like, hey, I don't want to start a business, I just want to start making money, I teach them skills that they can use to make $20,000 to $40,000 a month without having to start a business. In my personal.
So you get them to take out an SBA loan?
No, that is free game that I actually give out. That is something that's people that can partner with, like, you know, industry experts and like leverage their expertise to start a passive income source. That's not what I typically like do. Okay. That's not like my expertise. So
got you. Thanks for clearing that up. Also, my next question for you is, so you say that you don't get involved with that, but so like you tell people to go look at your testimonials on your Instagram, but when we go look at that, it says like, you be like, oh, I made 90K in a day. But then when we look at it, it says like loan approval. Like loan approved. So how were you actually making that money, and how are you translating that into revenue? Because that does not make sense. We also saw your Stripe account. So I'm just like, this is like funneling that into the Stripe account. So I'm like, can you just make it make sense? Like you can clear up a lot of people.
So when people pay, they can either finance or they can swipe a credit